Recession. The funny thing or the interesting thing about the recession is they won't tell us that we're in a recession until you've already had 2 months of being in a recession. And a lot of times people are thinking that the housing bubble of 2009, the recession caused the bubble. And what actually happened is the housing bubble caused the recession. And so when you look back over the last 8 recessions since 1960, so for that, 60 years, we've had 8 recessions. And the ninth would have been the bubble from 2009. Those other 8 recessions, there was an increase in appreciation or stabilizing of the market during that time frame. And so although we hear recession, the interesting part of that is that housing stays robust. We also have some interesting factors where there's 3 million less homes available, and there's 14 million more households that have been formed since 2009. So when you look at that, the demand will continue to stay high because of the supply staying so low. I was at a National Builders Association conference in January, and they said, if the supply chain was totally opened up and we could get all the lumber and all the windows and all the doors and all the appliances, no chip problem, it would still take them 7 years to catch up with the demand. So we will continue to see an increase in the appreciation of homes. So that's why purchasing a home now versus waiting 6 months or waiting a year, we're missing out on all that equity. And yes, interest rates have gone up. Yet the up meaning they're in the high 4s, low 5s, so still good. Yet I've been doing this for 18 years. I've done over 5,000 mortgages, and no one is in their mortgage for 30 years. They either sell the house, they refinance to a lower, shorter term to get it done quicker, or they refinance to just lower the rate because rates are very cyclical. So although we might see even higher 5s eventually, we know that at some point they're going to come back down, and that's when you call me and we refinance into a different term. Maybe we go into an ARM. Maybe you start with an ARM, move into a fixed. Maybe later on you pull out some cash out. I just had one of my clients. She did cash out, wiped out all of her debt. She literally only has her house payment, and she's saving $800 a month in her household spend. She was okay having a 5% interest rate because her monthly payments, she's saving $800. She's writing off all of that interest. And she also knows that within the next 2 or 3 years, I'll be calling her because rates will have come down, and we'll refinance her again to make, if it makes sense, to save her over the long term, if this is even her forever home. Goals and life events and situations change. So typically the mortgage ends up changing as well. Most people do not stay in the same mortgage they have when they originally get the home. And so with that, give me a call if you have any questions about what's happening with the recession, what's happening in inflation, what's going on with the interest rates, buying versus selling. But I'll tell you personally, right now is a good time to buy if you're going to be in there for a long time, because I know that that appreciation is there due to what history has shown us every single recession besides 2009 because of that housing bubble. All right, have a great day.